We're rolling.
Hello, people. Welcome to another episode of Popcorn on the Macabre, and this is Dick,
And I'm Chad.
and we're about to do a commentary for a classic Stephen King horror film. It's not really, I mean, he didn't direct it, this isn't like Maximum Overdrive or anything, but when I say Stephen King film, I mean a film based off one of his awesome books.
Right.
So,
Where do you put this book out of his weaponized arsenal, I guess?
This actually was one of the first books. Sorry, let you guys know, we're about to watch Cujo. Which
You calling me a hoe?
Yeah, it's Cujo with a soft J, but yes, I was calling you a hoe too. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I get that a lot.
But yeah, Cujo, and this is actually this was one of the first books that I ever read from Stephen King because I knew it was going to be kind of easy to read. Like I didn't want anything complicated or really thick because his books were really fucking thick.
Yeah, I'm reading it right now. And I've been reading it for like a year.
I know. I was gonna say, like, you're not done with it yet.
No.
Have you read any of his other? Well,
Yeah, I used to read. Yeah, I don't read his short stories, but to be honest, I didn't read Cujo, but like Salem's Lot, Dark Tower. I can't think of all the Stephen King books that I've read right now, but if you named them off, I could tell you.
You read.
Was it Needful Things?
Yeah. I never finished that one. See, that was another one of those thick ones, but I love the movie. I love most of the adaptations of his books. I mean, I'd have to say that most of the time, even if they're not 100% faithful to the book, the movies are normally pretty good. Except for that...
was it Desperation?
Desperation, yeah. That was fucking
Desperation
horrible.
was a really good book, and was the other one Regulators? I think it was like a twofer. You could put the covers together.
Yeah.
And I read both of those, and I liked the books. But when I watched that movie...
the movie's not that great, man. I don't know if that was Mick Garris that directed that, but it kind of had that TV movie feel. And I don't know. I didn't dig it, but with this right here, Cujo, I read this book when I was probably 10 years old, and I'm not going to say it was my first Stephen King book because I don't really remember. I'm thinking Carrie may have been the first. But this one I read when I was 10 years old, and it was kind of easy to follow. And also, I had seen the movie before I read the book, and I noticed that the book, this is probably one of the most faithful adaptations, other than the kid dying, the kid dying at the end of the...
Spoiler alert, hashtag.
Spoiler alert, people.
Wait,
but if you haven't seen
this
movie...
Did I do that wrong?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're a fucking nerd if you haven't seen this movie. Like, this is... Everybody should know... about Cujo.
I showed it to my wife and kids like probably a couple years ago.
They had never seen it.
Leslie hadn't, but the kids are kind of young, so they saw it first.
Didn't mean to call her a nerd, but
that's all right.
Yeah.
I tell her she's L7.
But yeah, I mean, seriously, if you haven't seen this movie though, I mean, this is like the ultimate killer dog movie, wouldn't you say? I mean,
it is the killer dog movie.
Yeah.
The only other one outside this that I like was it Man's Best Friend?
Man's Best Friend, yeah.
But that's as far as killer dogs go, it's just Cujo and that. Everything else,
it's kind of subpar. Like if you think about movies about killer dogs, like there really hasn't been that many. I saw there was a movie called Rottweiler that was pretty wild, and
I don't know that I would have watched it with that title.
It's actually, I mean, it's not like a great movie, but it's entertaining because it has that sci-fi element to it, kind of like Man's Best Friend.
Mm-hmm.
But
is Lance Henriksen in that?
Yeah, Man's Best Friend, yeah. Directed by John LaFia. We need to do a commentary for that one. But anyway, but we're here to do a commentary for Cujo today. And we're actually doing a commentary on the Lionsgate edition. There's more versions of this movie. I think Olive Films put out another Blu-ray, but that's neither hide nor hair. It
doesn't matter.
They should all play the same. This is not like an uncut fucking,
special edition,
rabid edition of
extended.
Cujo.
Yeah. Did you say rabid edition?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. This is the rabid edition. It looks like the rabid edition, but right now we're on that motherfucking setup menu. If I can find my remote here, and for people that are on the setup menu, I'm on the scene selection right now, and we're looking at at a fucking Pinto and a gnarly ass Cujo staring at it hungrily.
Yeah, I thought the car was pretty cool. It'll start smoking, and the lights will blink.
It's a pretty badass interactive little menu. You remember back in the day when the DVDs and the Blu-rays had those cool interactive menus?
You could find Easter eggs. I mean, maybe there's Easter eggs now, but I don't hear about them or know.
I don't think they care to put that kind of effort into these.
They're like, why are we putting all this money and hour into this when people aren't doing it?
It's all streaming now, dude. Most of the time, you fucking buy a Blu-ray now, and it's just going to be like a still photo, But anyway, we're going to shut the fuck up because Cujo's starting to growl. He's ready for our commentary. But yeah, I'm on the scene selection menu right now, and I'm going to say now. So I'm going to start the commentary in 3, 2, 1, now. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, the Taft Entertainment Company presents.
Who wrote this?
Interesting question, because I think I want to say I know the woman. There's a woman who wrote it, and I think her name was. She went by a pseudonym, but it was
Barbara Turner. As
Barbara Turner, yeah. She used the pen name Lauren Currier, and
who's Don Dunaway?
Yeah, I was gonna look him up too. Barbara Turner, real quick though, she's actually the mother of Jennifer Jason Leigh. Oh. She used to be married to Vic Morrow, the guy who got his head cut off in Twilight Zone. Yeah.
You think that's... No.
Did you know that was Jennifer Jason Leigh's dad though?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, Vic Morrow. So yeah, the writer of this movie, Barbara Turner, was married to Vic Morrow, and she used a pen name Lauren Currier. She wrote something else too though that was pretty big. I'll have to look that up real quick.
You're gonna have to deep dive into her.
Yeah, because she wrote something else that was kind of a big deal. But here we are with Jan de Bont, director of photography. He would go on to direct the movie Speed.
Oh, that's a good. Is that a modern classic or is that old now? For me, it's like new because I lived it.
Yeah, it's the 90s. If you think about the 90s, that was what, 30 years ago?
Mm-hmm. I can't believe it.
It's hard to believe. Hell, this movie's 1983. I was born in 82, man. So
it's sad to see such a cute, friendly dog turn so evil.
Yeah, I know, dude. Because I love Saint Bernards, man. They're actually aren't they really sweet? They're not real aggressive.
Yeah. Right? I don't think so. I imagine they could be, but any dog can be. But
you have to train them to be that way. For Saint Bernards, I hear naturally though, they're kind of like labs. They're they're real sweet.
I like them, but it's one of those dogs that I would never want to own
because of this movie.
No, just they're big and shed a lot.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. When I see a Saint Bernard, that's all I see is Cujo.
All I see is his balls.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Oh, okay. It looks like Barbara Turner died in 2016, man. But she,
R.I.P.
Oh, she wrote Pollock, the movie with Ed Harris, Marcia Gay Harden.
I don't think I've seen that. You say Pollock?
Yeah, Pollock.
Oh no.
Based on Jackson Pollock.
Those stupid bats. Where I live, we have bats that fly around at night.
Yeah, fuck bats, dude. I know a lot of people love bats.
I don't like them.
I'm creeped out by them. Yeah.
No, they're not. They're not fun, and they carry rabies. It was probably this movie that was like, yeah, no one bats. I'm not a bat guy.
No.
Because of this movie.
Yeah. Well, they look creepy, dude. Some people think they look really cute. I'm not seeing the cuteness.
No.
I've seen...
It's a face only a mother could love.
Yeah, I've seen Facebook videos of people treating them like babies, where they're letting them drink milk and stuff. It's weird. I mean, I suppose you have your animal lovers out there that just love everything, but dude, bats creep me the fuck out. And that is probably why they're always associated with horror films. So, yeah. But you asked about the writer Don Dunaway. He, I don't think he's done much, but he did something the movie Impulse.
think I've seen that.
Yeah, that's a good. It's like a horror. It's a horror sci-fi film, but that's really good.
Anybody in it worth a mentioning?
Yeah, it's got fucking Tim Matheson and Meg Tilly, sister of Jennifer Tilly. But
now the kid here, what's his name?
That movie Impulse is kind of hard to find. It might be on Blu-ray now, but anyway, that's what the writers have done.
The kid's name is it Danny or
yeah Danny Pentaro from Who's the Boss? What was his name in the show? It was like Jonathan Bauer or some shit.
Okay.
But yeah, that's totally the. Was it Who's the Boss?
I don't know.
I think it was. But anyway, that's about all this kid ever did, man.
I was about to ask, did this kid go on to anything else?
I love this shot, dude. That like this. People that say this movie has no style, just look at that shot right there with that inverted shot that Jan de Bont did. It's very very fancy.
Yeah, he went on to do. He was in.
It was Who's the Boss, wasn't it?
Who's the Boss, and he was in some As the World Turns.
Yeah, but he didn't really go on to do anything. I mean, you would think that like after Who's the Boss, this kid would have gone on to bigger, better things. But I think he was diagnosed with HIV or something, and that may have slowed down his work.
Yeah, well, it shows here he's got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things in 2020.
Oh, so he's still
of a show called The Quarantine Bunch.
Okay, so he's still working.
Yeah, but before that, it was 2010. So he took like a 10-year hiatus, I guess.
Well, I think he was sick. Like I said, I think he got diagnosed with HIV. And here we are with Dee Wallace.
The nicest person in the world.
Yeah, the Queen Dee Wallace. We, not to brag, people, but me and Chad met Dee Wallace. Where was that at? Texas Frightmare?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best. Might as well just go ahead and plug them. And the best horror convention around.
It is. If you guys have not been to Texas Frightmare, you need to go so you can meet awesome people like Dee Wallace. She actually said that this was her favorite film. Like,
yeah, didn't you get a Cujo figure from her that she makes?
She gave me a little Cujo figurine. She signed that shit, and she told me that. I mean, dude, think about it. Of all the things that she's done, this was her best movie, like her favorite movie. And it's kind of hard to believe because she did E.T., The Hills Have Eyes, fucking.
Would you say she's like kind of that mom for or TV mom, movie mom that everybody got to know?
She's like the mom of all moms, dude.
Yeah.
Like when I was a kid, I thought she was my mom. Like I thought that's just how moms were. Mm-hmm. And because she was real motherly in all of her roles. Even The Howling, dude. Remember The Howling? Mm-hmm. She was good in that. Like,
I'm probably gonna get roasted for this, but I think that's the only Howling movie I like. Or is it?
Yeah.
We talking about the same one?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is the only good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that one I watched? And I called you. I was like, dude, I watched this crazy werewolf movie. I think it was 3.
It was the Marsupials.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, you don't even need to go past The Howling Part 1. I mean, the original Howling, Howling.
You Chad needs that.
Yeah, I'm speaking Chadese over here. Yeah, no, the original Howling with her is like, I don't even go past that because I mean it's directed by Joe Dante, written by John Sayles. I mean, come on, dude.
Who here plays the dad? Is his name Vic?
That Daniel Hugh Kelly?
Okay, yeah.
I think and he was in The Good Son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a movie there.
Yeah.
My parents didn't let me watch that. They rented it and they were like, "No, son, you go somewhere else."
Yeah.
They were probably like, "He's had a crazy past. We don't need him watching this."
No, dude. I mean, my parents were even a little reluctant to let me watch The Good Son. I think a lot of people were.
Hold on. I wish I had like some kind of soundboard so I could just put on the brakes. Your parents?
It's been recorded. I'm saying it right now that my parents did not want me to watch The Good Son. I mean, they did.
They let you, but they had reservations.
Yeah. It's because Macaulay Culkin played a fucking psychotic kid, and I think we may have even talked about this before. It was like they didn't have a problem with me watching rated R horror. It was just the fact that the subject matter hit like so close to home.
Right.
Because, dude, The Good Son was fucked up, and everybody knew Macaulay Culkin from fucking My Girl and Home Alone, Uncle Buck. But like when he did The Good Son, dude, I think that my parents thought that I was going to be influenced by that. Like I was going to like turn into this psychotic kid, which I kind of did. I mean, I turned into a little fucked up kid anyway. But it wasn't from watching horror, you know? I just had an obsession with tits and blood. Like
this dude, like, what was his name? Daniel? He's like, stayed pretty active. He's even got something in post-production coming out in 2021. But it looks like he's been doing things about every 2 years.
Okay,
or
so
every year.
So he's still staying busy, too.
Yeah, like in 2016, he had 4 things he did. And he's kind of one thing a year kind of since. But yeah, he's still in there.
Yeah, what's crazy is the only other thing I really recognize him from other than this movie is The Good Son.
Looks like a lot of TV.
Yeah, he's probably one of those soap opera dudes. Isn't he?
Yeah, he's kind of been a West Wing, Law and Order, Supernatural. It's a lot of TV through the 2000s and looks like the 90s. So I'm sorry to him, but besides this and The Good Son, I wouldn't really know him. But evidently he's been on my TV screen the whole time I've been growing up.
It's like he didn't go on to do much. But, you know, we were talking about The Howling. Look at this guy, Christopher Stone, the guy who plays Roger Kemp.
Yeah.
Or no, not Roger Kemp. Steve Kemp, I think.
What?
Is his character name Steve Kemp? I think it's Steve. But anyway, he was married to Dee Wallace. That's Dee Wallace's real life husband, or was, you know.
That guy?
Yeah.
Whatever. D.
Dude, he's kind of, you know, he looks like men.
Looks like a young Kenny Rogers.
But think about it. He looks like how men looked back in the 80s. Like, dude, that's how men look.
I don't. What? A trombone in the morning?
Yeah.
And she married that guy? I would, like, slap the shit out of him.
But remember, he was in The Howling, too. He played her husband in The Howling, or her boyfriend, or whatever. But
did they do that often?
I think they did, like, 2 or 3 movies together. But
like, she's in bed with him?
Yeah. She's having an affair, dude.
Oh. With a brother?
This is like this is life imitating art, imitating life right here. Because she's fucking her real life husband. She's having an affair. I don't know what I'm talking about, but you get the gist.
I get it.
Yeah.
Shame on her. D.
That's how men looked.
But
man.
no, remember we just talked about how like she's like the quintessential mom.
Yeah.
And now she's tainted in my eyes. It's been probably because
what kind of man do you think she would go after though? Like
me,
some non-binary soy boy,
a guy that wears old Pumas and you know tight jeans and is probably 40 years younger than her.
So you got a thing for D, is what you're saying, huh?
Who didn't?
I know she is hot, man, and you know she still looks good to this day. Dee Wallace, I mean, even her daughter, man. Her daughter, I hate to get like real creepy here, but you know, her daughter looks really good too.
She resemble her? Can you see?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You can.
She's acting, or is she trying to act?
Yeah.
You know?
She's been in some stuff, but what's her name? Gabrielle something, but
I don't know.
I think it's Stone. Gabrielle Stone, because her dad's name was Christopher Stone. Christopher Stone's dead now. The guy you were making fun of.
I'm sorry.
But he's dead now. I think he died. He died in the 90s, man.
Are you trying to do the whole thing when somebody's like, "Oh yeah, your mama," blah blah blah, and you're like, "My mom is dead." Are you trying to do that to me? Are you trying to get that effect?
I was trying to make you
the guy
feel
you're
bad.
making fun of is
I
like
was trying to make you feel bad. I'm sorry.
So,
but you were making fun of him, and you know.
No, I can't help it. I have higher standards for D. I have higher standards for her.
Yeah.
Maybe if he took that crap off his face. Here I am, though, with a beard, you know?
Yeah. I always liked this mailman character. He was kind of eccentric.
Eccentric?
Yeah.
Rick Moranis' dad.
Well, you know, he kind of has that, he reminds me of that old character actor from, God, what was he in? Like John Fiedler. Do you remember that character actor? He did the voice of Piglet.
No, but his name was Fiedler?
John Fiedler, yeah. He was in like, I think he was in like The Odd Couple and
I'd really like to
12 Angry Men, I think.
Like cut a hole right there on your forehead to see all the names that just spill out.
Yeah,
movie titles and names.
My dad used to tell me that like if I fell and cracked my head open, fucking movies would fly out.
No shit.
Yeah.
I think you shit movies.
I do. I fart movies, man.
Dude.
Spit movies, shit movies.
Man, I couldn't drive that car down that street or that dirty street. That's a fucking dirty
The reason
road.
why I'm not married, Chad, is because of movies.
You're married to the movie.
I'm married to movies. I can't commit to a girl because it cuts into my movie watching time, dude.
Mm-hmm. I'm not. I like your movies too.
Yeah. What were you saying though? You said something about
I don't know now. Fuck. Damn it. you caught me a puff away. Puff too late.
Yeah, sorry, I was just kind of fantasizing about my movies.
Yeah, I started to too. Man, where's Cujo been? I guess he's all laid up sick.
Did it show Cujo? No, Cujo hasn't come.
He hasn't come back. That's why I said, where is he? He's got bit and he's all sick, I guess.
He's about to show up here when I think it's Dee Wallace that sees him first. He comes up, yeah, like right here. He comes over the hill and he's all menacing.
Yeah, is it the classic shot or is it?
It's a pretty creepy.
There's
shot.
one shot I remember from this that's really.
Well, there's a lot of them, especially.
That's what I was beginning to think. There's one when he's dirty. He's not dirty here when he comes up, is he?
It just shows like the bite on his nose. But this actress right here, interestingly enough, I think Kaylani Lee, I think is who she is. She went on to teach college or some shit. But
she.
Yeah. Oh, see here. Look at that shot. Look at Cujo. The Cujo.
Yeah, but he doesn't. I don't know. I wouldn't think he was all rayed up right now.
Well, it's almost like she senses something. Like something ain't right with this dog.
Oh.
Cujo likes kids. Does he though?
Yeah, she is just big dog. That's a mom's instinct.
Yeah.
She mommed it.
Well,
helicopter parent D.
And the kid's already scared of monsters, Look at this actor right here, Ed Lauder. You remember him?
No. Enlighten me.
Okay. Ed Lauder, do you remember him in True Romance? Where he played the fucking he's been in a lot. He was in
Who was he in True Romance?
He played he had a small role as like the police chief or the police captain.
No,
he was the one. He was talking to Chris Penn and God, who was it? It was Tom Sizemore and Chris Penn in True Romance, and he was like, you guys seen?
I know who this dude is. His face, like seeing him as an old man, I know exactly who he is.
Yeah.
See him as a young man.
I think he's dead now, isn't he?
Yeah, he died in 13.
Yeah, he was the one who was talking to Chris Penn. He was like. And Tom Sizemore, he was like, "Coming Home in a Body Bag? It's a good fucking movie."
He was also in Death Wish 3.
Yeah, he was. He was. I think he was in Magic. I think. Yeah, the one with Anthony Hopkins.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's funny you brought that up. I watched that about a year or two ago.
So you've seen that one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He played Anne Margaret's husband in Magic. Ed Lauder's been around, man. It's a shame he died, man. I don't even think he was that old either.
74.
Dude, he was also Ed Lauder was also the coach. And remember, Not Another Teen Movie.
Mm-hmm.
You remember? And he was the one who was like, "God damn it, let's go, God damn it, I ain't got fucking time for this goddamn shit." Remember, he was cussing up a storm, dude. Like, I liked him in that. I just like Ed Lauder, period. He was a good character actor.
I was about to say his face. Seeing him old, I recognize him. He's been in a lot.
He's always been kind of bald. Even when he was younger.
I was about to say, I couldn't tell because he's wearing that hat when you just showed it to me.
He was like looking like an old man when he was 30,
Man, how can you do that, D? Oh, and look, she's going to sleep on him. That's the thing. Oh, that I've learned.
Well, that's part of this whole story here, man. She's not attracted to him.
But that's not right, Dee. I'm gonna have to take back her quintessential mom.
Well, hey, she may play a good mom.
Well, I don't know mothers around, quintessential mothers out there. Do y'all do this a lot?
Hey, here's the thing. She may be a good mom, but she ain't a very good wife. Not in this movie, dude.
I don't blame her either. I mean,
well, she's just like, a bored housewife. I mean, that's what I like about this story is the fact that she's like kind of wrestling with those inner demons of being a stay-at-home mom. I think she's a stay-at-home mom. I don't think she works. I think she just like takes care of the house and picks up the kid, But it's like, she loves her husband, but she's just not, there's like nothing he's doing for her.
What are you saying? Bringing in all that money, allowing her to be a housewife? He's not doing nothing for her?
Sometimes that's not enough.
Oh, are you talking about that? Tingly enough.
All right. He's not delivering, man. He's not doing something.
He may be...
That's the thing, man.
Is he the gone all the time?
Guys seem to think that they can be, just because they're the breadwinner, that the woman's automatically going to be attracted to him. It doesn't always work that way, man. She wants fucking Steve Kemp, dude. The guy who plays the trombone in the bed, got the crusty ass beard, and like he's got the fucking biceps.
I mean, no, I don't think she's choosing right. I think she's going down.
Well, she does learn the error of her ways,
I mean, I will say this guy needs a new haircut, but compared to the other guy,
yeah. So you're not liking this dude's afro here?
No, that pattern '80s curl.
Yeah.
The fluffy curl.
Yeah.
What is he? Do you know what he does? Is he
He's in charge of this like he's some kind of like advertising executive or something, because he's in charge of this Sharp cereal account, and this is something that they don't really delve into in the movie, but I think that in the book they mentioned something about like a kid got sick or something, and now they're getting sued.
A little blood on it. Man, he looks like a big fat ass pig.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was looking at pig pictures,
Look at him. He's already like he's in the.
And I almost wonder if that's the same dog. That one just looks so much bigger and meaner.
They use different dogs.
Got some blood coming out of his tears are blood, man.
Yeah. This is like the beginning stages of his rabidity.
Yeah, you can see the little rot on his butt, and
he's like me when I get anxiety.
Red slug bug.
I don't like loud noises. like, do you ever get like that? Like when you get anxiety, you don't like, because I know, dude. I used to work in a sheet metal shop, and you know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. When you worked in the cabinet shop,
there's loud. Saws are loud.
Yeah. Did that ever give you like fucking anxiety or?
No, headaches.
Okay.
But I can understand like you being on edge and not wanting to hear a lot of shit.
It's like it made me think I had rabies, because I would watch this movie and I'd see Cujo getting irritated by loud noises, and I'm like, man, fuck, do I have rabies, or am I just irritable? But
yeah, like she's going from sleeping off the ground to on the ground.
Yeah, dude. This is just.
I guess it's the chest hair.
Yeah, but dude, guys look
and
like
the
this.
Crappy tattoo.
Back in the 80s, like if you were 25, this is what you looked like.
Really?
Yeah.
80s? What year was this?
This was 83.
Okay, because I think he's got a little bit of that John Denver fluff in his hair. Yeah. Like I get more like a 70s feel. Even if I don't know if John Denver was in the 80s. I just know he died somewhere.
Well, this was just the style, man. Like it's back when men looked like men. Like, dudes like Burt Reynolds and James Caan had fucking hair all over them.
No, I didn't know that.
yeah, dude. And look, he's got the tattoo, but see, she doesn't really like him though. She's kind of calling it off right now. Like she feels bad, and plus he gets all pervy later. Remember, like he creeps up behind her and gets all rapey.
Oh,
yeah. Which he just looks.
He looks like a wrestler.
He looks like a goddamn lecher. I'm sure he was like cool in real life, but
She married him for that tattoo. He's got the car that has the nice, hood scoop.
Yeah.
I guess he makes up his losses with his car. Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
He's hip to it.
Uh-oh.
He knows what's going on.
Oh, that shit in reverse, dude. Why are you trying to make a U-turn?
Do you think you'd be able to tell if your best friend was fucking your wife?
Tell?
Yeah. Don't you think you'd be able to sense it?
I would hope. But then again, if you don't ever see them together in the same room, how would you know?
Well, but he was there. Remember?
Well, yeah, I guess
morning
they were
he came
out,
over
yeah.
and like you would start to see.
You asked me, so I was thinking of me.
Okay. Yeah.
Like my wife really doesn't hang out with anybody, so it's like. But I would have thrown that shit.
That's why I'm speaking hypothetically.
Shit, you know me.
Yeah, like I think I would be able to notice, man. There'd be some weird dynamic, like picking up on that weird energy in the room. The dude.
What kind of car is she driving?
She's got I think a Ford Pinto.
Okay, I get those, I guess, confused with Gremlins.
Yeah,
is that a fair assessment?
Kinda, yeah. The Gremlins were shitty though, man. They were. I mean, Pintos weren't. Much,
I was about to say, you think?
Better. Overdone with gone. I used to say that all the time because of this movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I guess I'll just start saying it then.
Overdone with gone. It's real therapeutic.
Oh, it is a piece of shit car. Or is that her making it?
No, this is like...
See, I do that with my kids sometimes. I'm like, do you want to ride in the front seat? And then I just start slamming the brakes to see them go forward.
Oh, yeah, no, she's not doing it intentionally. Her car is starting to fuck up. And that's, sort of advances the plot because then she's got to take her car to Joe Camber. And that's when it all starts.
Oh, yeah, Daddy's home.
Yeah, she's fucked because he knows.
She's got pretty eyes.
She does, man. You remember
I'm a sucker for eyes.
Yeah. You remember her in The Hills Have Eyes? She was hot in that.
No. Man, she's in that?
Yeah. She had...
I guess I just totally forgot.
She was one of the girls who got attacked in the trailer, and she just kind of had, like, long, flowy hair.
So she died? Is she one?
She dies, yeah. She's good in that, though. And that may have been her first movie.
All right. He's like... Ooh, he kind of...
What did you get into today?
Cock gobbling.
Dude, and this was back when it was like... It was really hard to get caught, too.
You say that like it comes from experience.
I mean, yeah. Dude, nowadays with social media and just... God, man. There's so much infidelity going on.
He's getting, what is it, greasier? Or
yeah, dude, Cujo's, he's getting gnarlier. He's getting all oily.
And he's like, you're annoying me. Your truck annoys me now.
Yeah. He doesn't like...
I don't see Cujo anymore, though. I see you now. Since you were like...
That's me.
I'm just like, whoa.
That is me. When people come around, I turn into Cujo, man. I hear just a car outside of my house, and I perk up, and I just start growling, man. Dude, I'm so goddamn antisocial now. Look at that. And that's what I do. I go to my hiding spot, dude.
Get the head on that thing, man.
Yeah, he's a beast.
And they're supposed to be rescue dogs.
Yeah. That kid's somebody, too. Joe Camber's son. I think he's... that's Billy Jacoby.
Yeah.
Does he goes by Billy Jane, though, I think, doesn't he?
Yes.
And he was... Remember, he played in that movie, that teenage movie, fucking Just One of the Guys? Or it may have been Just One of the Girls. I think it's Just One of the Guys.
He can't make his mind up. Oh, it looks like...
Well, no, but there was a movie called Just One of the Girls. I don't think it was a sequel to that, though, but...
oh, whoa. Oh.
Was it Just One of the Guys that he was in, where he played
Just one of the guys.
Yeah.
I saw that on your table here not too long ago.
Yeah. He played, like, the horny older brother, or younger brother. Bud. Or
It's
some
funny. It says here he's miscellaneous crew for John Tucker Must Die.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like one of my wife's favorites.
I think I'm Facebook friends with that dude. Billy Jane. Or Billy Jacoby. Dude, look at Ed Lauder here, man. Just
see, that's what I think of.
Epitomizing.
That's a man from the 80s.
Yeah, yeah.
Covered in grease.
Yeah, he just
sweaty.
Epitomizes that fucking farmer redneck type, you know?
Wife beater.
Yeah.
Did they get called that from him?
Probably. I wonder if he beats her, though. Or if he just verbally beats her. They never really established that.
Oh, look at those eyes. What do you think he would do to Donna if he had drove by?
Huh?
What do you think if that was him driving by and, you know, he sees Donna or Dee, you know?
Oh, yeah, Dee Wallace?
Mm-hmm. I guess I'll call her by her real name.
Well, no, but I'm just trying to understand what your question is.
What do you think he would have done? Like when he drove by?
Oh, yeah. No, if he'd have found his wife fucking screwing around, yeah, he wouldn't have it. Just look at him.
I think he would have just
look at these guys. They wouldn't put up with that shit.
Yeah. He would have probably just stopped the car in the middle of the street, thrown it in park, and got out and gone and whooped some butt.
Yeah, he would have had a fucking shotgun on him. You know, that was back in the day when you could put shotguns just, you know, you hang them up in your goddamn rearview mirror. Or not rearview mirror.
Dude, it is news. It is news. No, it is noise that sets off this dog, man.
Yeah, he doesn't like it. He doesn't like this guy because he's always throwing beer cans around.
He's just loud and obnoxious.
He's vexatious to the canine spirit.
That dude's frontal lobe must be huge.
Dude, and what's cool is I think both these guys were actually on BJ and the Bear. Remember that show?
No.
You know,
BJ and the Bear?
BJ and the Bear. That was from the 70s, but...
Yeah, no. Man, that's a sexy car. What is that? Do you know? Is that a...
That's a... oh, man.
We'll find out here in a little bit.
Maybe. Might have to look that up.
I don't know what that is. Nice looking.
That's a... God, what is that?
No. I never had fun at summer camp.
I know. I was kind of like this kid, man. Kind of like sensitive and didn't, you know.
I just didn't want to go new places. I would rather just stay. I was in daycare. My parents were like, daycare kid. And then we would go to like a summer camp from there. And I would rather just stayed at the daycare.
Yeah. Dude, I was the kind of kid who, like, if I'd go to daycare, day camp, whatever, I never felt at home. Like, it was hard for me to make friends, you know. I was always the kid that kind of was in the corner. Here's an interesting story for everybody. When I was in daycare, it was like a Mother's Day out type thing. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I was kind of like that kid. I was really insecure, didn't want to hang out with anybody, and I shit my pants. And I think I did it out of anger because I did not want to be there. And I shit my pants, and I remember there was a kid who the kids started smelling it, and they were like,
dude, how'd you kept it roasting in the oven?
Yeah, dude, I'll never forget. This is like the first memory of mine. Like, I was like 4 or 5 years old.
Okay.
It's like the first time I ever came online.
As you were telling the story, I like thinking of an adult you.
No. No, it was like daycare. Like, I was real small, real tiny, but yeah, dude, I shit my pants. Next thing I know, like, I heard a kid like 30 minutes later, and he was all like, "Something smells like barbecue."
Hey, at least, I mean, if my shit smelled like barbecue, I'd be okay.
Yeah, dude. And I remember it was just because I didn't want to be there. I think I just shit my pants out of anger.
Nah.
But that's like my first conscious memory.
That's okay. I pissed myself in 2nd grade during the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah.
But I don't remember shitting myself. So I imagine I did it. We all did it as babies, but
yeah.
You've one up me there.
Yeah.
Hold on. I just did it,
dude. I used to do it just out of anger, man. Like, I'd piss myself or shit myself just to get out of some situation that I was in.
That's smart.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Dude, they probably would have labeled me as autistic nowadays for some of the shit that I put my teachers through.
Oh.
Yeah, Dramarama. Here we go.
Look at that face. So serious.
Yeah, this is like a soap opera, man. Like, you almost kind of forget it's a movie about a killer dog.
Yeah, right now?
Yeah.
I
Dude, she really is gorgeous. I don't know if we told her that when we met her, but
no.
Dee Wallace, you're a good-looking broad.
All I know is we got a picture taken with her, and my hair is like all screwed up in it. Like,
oh yeah, dude, that's when you had the long hair.
Well, I was trying to grow it. It wasn't necessarily. Yeah, I had a long beard.
Your beard was
But my news here. What else can I do? Every time I fuck up a word, take a shot. Hashtag.
God damn it. I don't even know what you're talking about anymore. There's so many Chadisms coming out at one time. I can't. No, seriously, what were you trying to say?
I don't know now.
If you can get it out.
I don't know now, dude. It's done gone. As soon as I don't even know what word I said. All I know is it was wrong.
Well, we were talking about Dee Wallace, meeting her.
Oh yeah,
you were talking about your hair and your beard.
It was when you try to grow long hair, and for me it took forever, but it was just in that weird, awkward stage where it's just past your ears.
Oh yeah,
and I just had some weird strand.
That was just when you were letting it go, like when everything was just shaggy. And
it wasn't when it was cool.
Maybe Dee Wallace liked that though.
I don't know. I think she would have liked the Chad with it around his pecs, and you put it up in a classic man bun.
Yeah. She wants
I said pecs, like I have pecs. Who am I? Who do I think I am?
But yeah, she wants that furry chest and them biceps and that fucking anchor tattoo.
Is it an anchor? I thought it was like a captain or something.
It looked like an anchor tattoo, but.
Well, if you listen back to this, I talk shit about his tattoo. I guess you did pick up on it.
No.
Man, that's awesome scenery.
I know. Yeah.
I'd be scared though to live on.
She is kind of stupid for cheating on that dude, man, because he's got her set up. Like all she's got to do is buy some groceries, pick up the kid from school. Like
it's probably his angerness. His the other guy's the other guy's a little bit.
No, you're saying about his angerness.
Yeah. When you said angerness back, I thought anus. Like, but or his aggressiveness.
Yeah.
That probably is what kind of piqued her interest. That and whatever was staling at the house.
Yeah.
Because I guess they are friends, so she's known him for a while. Man,
yeah, the guy she was having an affair with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They dated each other in high school supposedly. That's the whole backstory. Yeah, dude, this is like this scene right here. Oh my god.
Is this Brett? Is this the guy's son?
Yeah, this is Brett Camber. This scene right here. Jesus Christ.
Man, look at that fog. There's no way that was natural.
No, dude.
I wonder how. I can only imagine trying to do that.
This is like a fucking industrial sized fog machine, dude. I don't know where I heard this, but they supposedly, because where they were filming this, I think it was in California. They thought the goddamn forest was on fire or something.
Wait,
because of all the fog. Yeah.
Oh, so this is natural? Shit, I thought they made it.
No, they did make it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, everybody thought that
Oh, other people, not the movie people,
right?
Like residents. Okay.
Yeah, people that live nearby thought there was wildfires going on.
Yeah, dude. That's another reason I wouldn't want a Spadard. I mean,
a Spadard.
Hold on. Because of the drool, the slobber.
Just take another hit.
I mean, I've been constantly. My lips are stuck to my gums. Maybe that's why my tongue's not working.
Chad's in the cottonmouth phase right now, folks.
But they slobber a lot.
Yeah.
Too. I'm not a big fan of slobber dogs.
Yeah.
But I do like big dogs.
I do too.
But we have a husky, and if anybody out there listening to this has a husky, you know about the shedding, and I will never get a dog that sheds again.
I don't want a dog that sheds. No, I can't stand it, dude. I mean, it's a shame, like, when you love the dog, but it's like, it's just so much maintenance. Mm-hmm. It's like an aura of fur that just...
Oh, it never stops.
It just comes off of them so easily. But what are the dogs that don't shed? You know, because
I think they all do it. Just I think poodles don't shed.
Yeah, poodles don't. My mom's Yorkie, she doesn't.
But most of the dogs that I've had shed, at least. But like, it's not like just huskies have a undercoat.
Yeah,
and it's like picking cotton.
Yeah.
Oh, is he leaving? Is that what's going on?
Oh yeah. Yep.
He didn't, for his son's sake, he left the son with her? She's a harlot.
Yeah.
I totally forgot that she was such a harlot in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
I guess I put my foot in my tongue, my mouth when I was like, she's the quintessential mom. And then it's all right.
Well, she is a good mom, though. She's just one of those promiscuous wives, dude.
But I guess from my point of view of being married, a good mom also, I guess, a wife, I guess, a whole package.
Yeah, you want the whole package. But see, that's
she's like...
Thing is, you can be nibbling. A good mom, but a bad wife.
Yeah.
You know?
She was nibbling on her hand there. I would have totally been like, I'm coming back. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, he's kind of... He's at the crossroads. You know, you can tell he loves her, but he's seriously contemplating whether or not he wants to stay with her, you know. But the way I look at it, people fuck up. Like, I mean,
I do.
Dude, I've cheated, you know, and like, I know I'm a guy, but it's like, but dude, I've been in some serious relationships before where, you know, no matter how much you love that person, dude, sometimes temptation arises.
It is. And, temptation is a son of a bitch.
And it's kind of a young person's game, you know.
Boom. Yeah.
This chick's she's a good actress.
Like, if one of your dogs though had rabies, like, what would you like? Would you be able to shoot it? Would you just go, see you later? Or do you think it'd be hard for you?
It'd be hard, man, because I still, like, to this day when I watch Old Yeller, that shit gets to me.
What's another one is there another one where the dogs die? Is where the
from rabies
where the red fern grows? Does that dog die?
I don't remember that one. I mean, I remember.
There may not even be a fucking dog in that movie.
Well, I know what you're talking about, but
I feel like there's a dog, but
yeah, where the red fern grows.
Yeah, I just remember that from high school for some reason.
Have you ever seen a movie called White Dog? Samuel Fuller's White Dog. It's from 1982, so yeah, it'd been a year before this. But it's about a racist dog, man.
A racist dog?
A racist dog, yeah. He's like a big white fucking dog. I don't know what kind.
German Shepherd? A white German Shepherd? Yeah. I don't even think they have.
It's just a white ass dog, and Christy McNichol's in it, and she's getting robbed by like this black dude, and the dog fucking chases after the guy, and she thinks that, you know, he's just a good protector. No, it turns out the dog is racist. And so the whole movie.
Why does nobody know about this movie?
Some cinephiles do. It's on the Criterion Collection, and like,
oh, okay.
It's one of Samuel Fuller's more like lesser known films, but the whole idea of the movie was, you know, they had to teach the dog how to unlearn racism, you know, and yeah, it's good. It's a fucking good movie, and I think Paul Winfield was the guy who played the trainer. Uh-oh.
What if
yeah, we're folks, we're at the part right now where fucking Joe Camber's buddy Gary, he just doesn't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Yeah, dude, this part's so epic. It's creepy. It's scary though. I don't like how the dude just has a screen door.
When it showed him like falling and seeing his face, I saw Clint Howard and I was like, I wish Clint Howard was in this movie.
Yeah.
He's in every other movie.
Because the bald head.
Well, and when he fell, it was just, a Clint Howard face. But, like, it would have been cool to see Clint Howard in this. Because, honestly, I don't really know this dude.
No need to know him. He's about to die.
Dude. Oh, my gosh.
Before you even get a chance to know Gary, he's fucking dead, man. And it's because he makes too much noise.
Is this how you were, like, in the morning, or?
Yeah. Totally felt like this, man, before going to work.
He's tapping out. It didn't work. Look at the dog's tail's wagging. He's like, I did a good job. Yeah. Look at me.
Yeah, dude, I totally relate to Cujo.
The dude's tail's wagging. He's like, oh, God, the noise is gone.
Yeah.
Oh.
And all that dude did was just, like, throw beer cans around.
Yeah. It's the high aluminum sound.
Yeah. It's all the fucking, like, quickie saws and the beer cans getting slung around.
His pants.
He got a little shit stain back
Did you see that?
No.
You didn't see that? That was crazy.
I'm not looking at his ass, dude.
How do you not miss it? You caught me looking at his ass.
Yeah,
look at that shit stain. You still can't see it here because of shadows.
Yeah.
Everybody, comment, tell him there is a shit stain, please.
I'll take your word for it.
I was not. They see the shit stain too, I hope.
That's country living, though, man.
Oh, dude, look at that strut. That's a badass strut.
Yeah.
Look how he's got the bill low, you know? You probably don't know. I don't even know why I fucking would.
No. What'd you say, Bill?
Yeah. See how he's got the bill low?
Oh, the cap? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. I grew up around dudes like this, man. We grew up in the South. Of course I know guys like this, man.
But wait, didn't you say this was shot in California?
Well, yeah. Yeah. But Ed Lauder, man, he can play fucking rednecks, man. That's what I liked about him is he could play some kind of like bourgeois type dude, but then he could just as easily play some white trash piece of shit like this guy. Oh my God.
Oh, I'm so
Gary.
Dude, that looked like they used baked beans.
Yeah. Oh God.
He went from like
Gary.
He went from man to lover really fast.
Yeah, dude is upset. He must have really
been, dude goes tans. Look how raccoon-eyed he is.
He must have really been close friends with Gary.
He's like, fuck, who did this? I'm gonna get you.
This is
who
so
did the score for this?
Dude.
Do you know? Is it anybody? Was this?
I'd have to look. The music's good.
Let's see.
It's got some little percussion there with some synth.
What? It's got this dude down as like a composer for A Nightmare on Elm Street. What?
Oh, Charles Bernstein.
Is that?
Yeah. Okay. That's why the music's so good.
The Entity?
Yeah, The Entity.
Dude's got like 136 credits.
Yeah, and dude, if you haven't seen The Entity, like his music in that is creepy as fuck. That whole movie's creepy as fuck. Oh my God, there goes Joe Camber.
He's like, thank you. And his wife just left. Or what was she doing? She was packing up.
Yeah. She won the lottery, and she was going to visit her sister, I think.
She didn't want him to have any of that money.
No. Yeah, they made it seem like she was running away from him, but yeah, we're about to enter Cujo territory now.
The brakes or something. I wonder how they got that car to just bounce like that.
She may have been tapping those brakes.
I mean, what if they bought a piece of shit car for her to drive? That would be really sucky.
Yeah.
Like that shit, you're trying to film a long drive and the shit just...
Yeah, that does kind of look like a gremlin. Because didn't gremlins have the hatchback?
I think.
Yeah.
I'm never good at really calling out. I'm not a car guy. So anything that kind of looks like...
I'm still mad at myself for not knowing what the dad drove.
Yeah, I want to say Corvette, but I don't think it is a Corvette.
No.
It almost looks foreign.
It was.
I thought maybe it would show a bumper shot here later.
Yeah.
If you know what that kind of car is, comment. Let us know.
Yeah, help us out. People are probably like, oh, these dudes are a couple of fucking idiots.
Dang. Starting to... Her hair got a little longer, it seems.
Yeah.
It's got like that... It's almost like a weird femme mullet. Huh. Did she have long hair in was it E.T. or...
No, her hair was short in E.T.
And was she the mom in Poltergeist? Who's the mom in Poltergeist?
No, Poltergeist was Jo Beth Williams.
Okay.
But Dee Wallace, I'm thinking about it. Like
long hair.
With the exception of The Howling, it seemed like Dee Wallace always kind of had short hair.
I'd really like to see what she looked like with long hair.
Well, in The Hills Have Eyes, she did have long hair. She had kind of this long, wavy hair. And maybe in the movie 10, too. You remember she was in 10?
Like T-E-N? Or T-I-N, the golfing movie.
Tin Cup?
Yeah, Tin Cup.
No.
Oh, crap.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, that's so gross.
That's
so gross. I would hate to have to touch that dog.
Yeah.
The people on set that had to take care of it, I would be like, oh, gross.
Yeah, this is when this movie really starts picking up. No, yeah, she was in the movie 10, like the number 10, with Dudley Moore, and I want to say that her hair was kind of long in that movie too. But
poor dog, man, that's a big fucking dog, man.
I know, dude.
How many? Take a shot for every time I say that's a big fucking dog or
Yeah.
big dog.
Yeah, we'll
now,
probably.
See, that one looked thinner, but that one looks huge. It's like I'm sitting here.
Well, but they did use different dogs though, and they also had a guy who fucking wore a dog suit. And he wore like a dog head.
Can you tell when it happens?
No, I'd have to really.
Because if it's happened, I haven't noticed.
I haven't either. It's like you really got to pay attention.
And I pick out weird things sometimes. So
yeah.
It's on Adderall or cocaine. No, it's not. It's on rabies.
He is pissed off. And you know, at this point,
oh, she's honking. You're just pissing him off more, and the screaming kid is not helping.
Yeah, he does not like the loud noises, and he also has a taste for blood now too. Now that he's
but that was like old cranky catfish blood. You know, those people are like the mud of human of the human species in this movie.
Oh yeah.
And she's like probably like a nice sirloin, and he's like veal.
Yeah. Can you imagine like?
I just want to shut him up.
I know the kid. Yeah, but he's a good actor though, man. Mm-hmm. Like, think about what this kid had to fucking go through. And that would be hard to do.
And they're stuck in this car for a while, aren't they?
Oh, the whole movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Dee Wallace. She did an interview saying that like the reason why her acting was so strong is because the kid's acting was so strong, you know.
Man, that would suck. But
yeah, it would,
do you think you could take the dog? Do you think you could take him?
No. Look at that.
Even now, you don't think you could take him?
Dude, I would not even look at that.
You know, I've heard what you do is like for like if you're jogging or something, you know, and you know, the dog is gonna go for your throat, so you stick up your arm and you just stab them a few times.
Yeah.
Or, you know, punch them. They're gonna try to go for your throat, so stick your arm up when they lunge.
I mean, that sounds great in theory, but like, dude, if I had a gnarly ass dog like that coming after me, I don't know, dude. I'd clam up. I'd fight to the best of my ability, but like, I don't know. I might try to yell at him.
I mean, you got pretty serious forearms and calves.
Yeah, I could take him.
I mean,
but he'd fuck me up too, though.
Dude, he'd probably no, dude. He would bite your arm and you would flex your forearm and crush all of his teeth. It'd be like those cartoons with the teeth that fall.
You know, interesting story though. Like when I was walking home from school, one time I used to be terrified of dogs, dude. Terrified. I love dogs now, but I used to be terrified of fucking big dogs like that. Maybe because of this movie, I have no idea. But one time I was walking home from school, and my sister was with me, and we were going down Beaconsfield, about to hang a right on Huntsmore, and this
he just took a shot to the face.
What?
You didn't see
tell
his
the
face?
goddamn story here.
I'm
man.
sorry. It looked like he had cum all over his face.
Yeah, it does, man. It looks like dried up jizz.
Okay, you're walking home with your sister.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm walking home, and then like this dog comes out. I don't even remember what kind of dog it was, but it was like a big brown fucking dog, and it came out, and it was like lunging towards me. But my sister, she yelled at it. And she was like, I think she told him to sit or stay or something. But whatever, he obeyed the commands, and but it was that assertive, loud voice that fucking made him stop.
Yeah,
I
like big dogs that are mine if I have them,
Yeah.
I like big dogs, but I don't like big dogs if they aren't mine, even though I've never really had a big dog. It's growing up, somebody I knew had a Rottweiler and dog. And then where I worked, we had a chow that they bought from some farmer, and supposedly the farmer fed it gunpowder, so it kind of made it crazy.
Yeah.
And like you had to hang raw meat over the cage to lure him in, and like he bit and clamped down our guy that kind of wrangled him, had steel toe boots, and he bit and clamped the steel toe onto the guy's foot. Like he'd drink his own piss. He goes over the water bottle. Like I'd be sweeping the shop and the yard, and he'd just piss in his water bowl and drink it, but nobody could get close to him. He had mats and everything. They ended up having to put him down because they thought if a kid came in there, you would find wallets and stuff, because they're jumping the fences and he's grabbing their back pockets, ripping their wallets out.
Well, I mean, yeah, no wonder they fucking put him down.
Yeah, it became a liability.
You say it was a Rottweiler?
No, it was I had a friend that had a Rottweiler, but
okay.
it was a chow.
Okay, yeah, okay.
It was gnarly. His name was Bear. Oh, there's that. That's a cool shot. I like the color scheme.
Yeah, the old magic hour there. And Cujo just pretty much letting her know that she's his. He's like, bitch, you're all mine. You ain't going nowhere.
Who was it? Did you say somebody involved in this movie was involved in Speed?
The director of photography. Yeah, he was. He went on to direct Speed and Twister.
Isn't it kind of weird that Speed, they were trapped on a bus? In this movie, he's like, they're trapped in a car. It's not moving.
Yeah.
But you can't leave the car.
Quink-a-dink.
You're probably like, no, but I'll just go with it.
I'll go with it. Yeah.
You'll give me some credit.
Well, because Jan de Bont didn't direct this or anything, but he's a good cinematographer though. And I'm trying to think what happened to him, because it seemed like he stopped directing films all of a sudden, like in the early 2000s. But yeah, his camera work in this movie is really good. There's a very memorable camera movement that goes 360 in the car. That's like really impressive.
Man, that's such a dirty dog.
I know.
You can tell I don't like dirty dogs.
I don't like Cujo, man. He's
lemonade. Oh, noise. Oh.
Yeah, damn. It looks like, yeah, he don't like that phone.
God, that dog's as tall as me.
Yeah, it looks like the last movie that Jan de Bont directed was Lara Croft Tomb Raider in 2003, The Cradle of Life.
Ooh. Dude, he's just going to devour that. You should have got out of there, man.
Dude, Cujo is me. Like,
dude,
I'm serious.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't like loud noises, man. Like, I mean, you give me a couple Xanax, I can normally tolerate it. But dude, anytime the phone rings, anytime I hear, I mean, if somebody was throwing beer cans around my house, I wouldn't like it either.
Well, I've been in the car with you or truck with you, and there's like a pin in the back seat going, and you're like, "What the hell is that?"
I go full Cujo, man. I'm gonna dig a little area like around my back porch there, this little hole underneath the steps, so I can just
go hide.
Yeah, just go hide from everybody and snarl.
Yeah.
Lie in my own jizz.
I don't know. You'll have to fight whatever's under there. There's that one night. There was something under there.
There is something underneath my porch. Yeah, it's pretty creepy. This is good music, though. Dude, I forgot this was Charles Bernstein, man. He's Nightmare on Elm Street, the Entity. Now, the Entity, have you seen that?
No, I don't.
That's one of the scariest fucking ghost movies. Oh my god. Jesus.
Hello, Shaggy.
Fuck, that scared me.
Dude, she's just got like kind of like defeat on her face.
I don't like all that jizz on his face, dude.
No. No, that's Gary.
You trying to say that Gary came on his face before he died?
Well, he probably ate the best part. Well, that's interesting. Can you even do that while you die?
I don't know.
Like, I hear at times you shit yourself. Like,
yeah, all your bodily fluids just.
Maybe that happens too. I don't know.
There's no telling what all they put on that dog.
Yeah, I know. I'm sitting here. I feel sad for the person that has to bathe it like every night.
This looks like he wallowed around in a bunch of glazed donuts.
Yeah, it's got like pus on it. It's got the semen, the slobber.
They made sure
mud, blood,
snot, and
anything, dude.
Piss.
It's probably his own though, to be honest.
Yeah.
While they were sleeping, he was all sprawled out in the hood going, watch this. That's why she had that disgusted look in the morning. That,
water supply is getting low.
Like, having kids.
Yeah.
And being in a car like that is not going to be fun because, just driving somewhere with kids. And I was, we were all that way, but it's crazy that, she's in this car that long with a kid. That would turn her into Cujo. That would turn her into Cujo.
She starts losing her shit later, remember?
Yeah.
She does.
Well, yeah.
She gets mad at the kid. Like, all that, like, pent-up anger and shit. Oh, she sees the bat. She gets mad because the kid's, like, hollering for his daddy.
Right.
And,
well, I was just thinking she's pretty stressed out because she can't freaking move. Sweating.
Yeah. Supposedly, like, it was cold outside when they shot this.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know if it was a hard shoot? Or anything?
I'm sure it was. But
I didn't know if inside your head of treats,
extensive
you knew anything.
Film knowledge, you mean?
I call them treats because...
well, they are. They're little juicy little tidbits that I keep up in my head to just...
If you knew anything about the
to throw at you in any given moment, you know?
I'm like, oh, yeah. And then I try to keep them and then go throw them at other people. And everybody else, they're like, you know a lot about movies. And I'm, it's like...
Yeah, I'm not
I
gonna
was
lie.
like, you should meet my friend.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes you catch me off guard. But you'll ask me something, and sometimes I know the exact right answer to it.
Yeah, well, yeah. You speak my language because I just spit out names. But or somebody, and it'll connect. It's like a 6 degrees of Chad's head.
I can normally extract something from your head if we...
What was it? You can also connect actors almost within at least 6 movies.
Yeah.
But I think your average was within 3.
Yeah. Yeah, I can do it.
Okay.
If you gave me somebody from this movie now, I could probably try and do it.
With somebody else. Somebody from this and a random person?
If you wanted me to connect Dee Wallace to somebody, that wasn't in this movie.
This might be impossible. I think I got you.
Try me, man.
Danny Trejo.
Danny Trejo to her?
Dee Wallace.
Okay. Well, all right. So
there's that damn phone again. Okay.
All right. Well, okay. Well, Danny Trejo was in From Dusk Till Dawn. Right?
Yeah.
So I got to do it within 3 movies?
Well, you always, when we did this, you said you could do it at least 6, and your average was 3.
So I just can't go over 6.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's just say that Dee Wallace was in. I'm not going to use this movie because there's not very many people in it. But let's see.
Well, what are you talking about? It has the guy, the mechanic guy that died. He's in a lot of shit.
He is. Oh yeah, there you go. Thank you. That's actually a good connection there. Okay, so Dee Wallace was in Cujo with Ed Lauder. Ed Lauder was in True Romance with let's see. Ed Lauder was in True Romance
girl.
with
there's a lot of people in that
there's so
movie.
many people in True Romance.
Like, which way do you want to go down this path?
I know.
Which is the quickest?
Well, let's see.
Is this, you already named 3?
Oh no, okay,
2?
no, here it is. Okay, so Dee Wallace is in Cujo with Ed Lauder. Ed Lauder was in True Romance with Chris Penn. Chris Penn was in Reservoir Dogs with damn it.
I know.
Damn it. With Harvey Keitel. And Harvey Keitel was in From Dusk Till Dawn with Danny Trejo. There you go.
So was that 4 or 5?
I think that was 4.
Okay, 4. Yeah, your average was 3. You did get some 4s, but I've never seen you go to 6.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You were like, I was wanting to say Tarantino.
Yeah, I know, man. Well, that's the connection right there because Tarantino's
he's in both
so
of those
many
movies.
People. Huh?
He's in both of them, Dusk Till Dawn and Reservoir Dogs. And you went with Harvey Keitel.
Wait, who? Who?
Tarantino, Quentin Tarantino.
Oh yeah. Could have just easily used him.
I thought you were trying to think of his name, and I was like, "How does he not know the name?"
I didn't even think of him acting.
But then I was like, "Okay, he doesn't want to connect him, so he's wanting to go the more pompous way, or like."
I could have just went straight with Tarantino there. Wasn't even thinking. See, if I don't have like paper in front of me, it's hard for me to do because I'm doing it mentally, man.
Yeah, you're doing it through your head.
It's like mental math.
Math. I just think of it like a slot machine, and you're like,
yeah. I wish there was that kind of wizardry involved.
Well, while it's spinning, that's you. That's your brain processing it.
Yeah, it's hard, man, because we used to do it all the time, but we would do it on paper. We would put one actor on the left hand side, one actor on the right hand side, and you would have to link them together through so many movies. But it was easy because you were drawing lines and graphs, and kind of when you're doing it mentally, it kind of gets all lost up there. And then you start thinking of like all the other actors.
Well, I couldn't let you hang when you were like, I'm not going to do it from this movie. I was like, no, we're watching it. You got to go from this movie.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to think of all the other things that Dee Wallace had been in, where she was in like, where she was
in a bigger ensemble.
Yeah, like but just a bigger cast. Because really, if you think about like, she was in Halloween, the Rob Zombie remake, wasn't she?
Yeah, I think so.
And wasn't Danny Trejo in that? Or he was in something with Rob Zombie.
I honestly don't remember.
I think Danny Trejo was in The Devil's Rejects or something.
I could see it in that.
Yeah.
Or was he? Yeah,
I think so.
Devil's Rejects. That's the second one, right?
Yeah.
Well, was he in the third one?
No.
So he wasn't when they went down to Mexico. He wasn't in there.
No, I don't think so.
I would have figured that would have been like he's in a lot of movies now.
Yeah. I think
he's a quintessential badass.
He is.
He's got those scary tattoos.
Oh God! Oh shit!
Dude, look at that thing. Don't make noise. Like, right? If she doesn't make noise, he's not going to attack, right? He'll just be friendly.
Well,
or do you think he's too far gone now?
He's just waiting. He's waiting on the right moment. He is somewhat docile when things are quiet, but he's still fucking menacing and out for blood.
Bitch, don't get down and look under there.
Yeah, this part.
Now you're like susceptible to a rear end. Like he's gonna look. What did I tell you?
God damn it! Fuck.
Oh, dude.
This is brutal.
Look, dude, I told you. He went for the throat. She put her arm up. I called it. I totally. That's what you do.
Yeah, I mean, I would think that's like instinct, you know, sticking that arm up like that.
Shit, my instinct would be to run, and then I'd get eaten. I just had to learn it, man. We have a like walking around my neighborhood. There's one yard that has a pit, and it gets out a lot, and it growls and is really mean when it gets out, and like our dogs have defended us against it.
Yeah, pit bulls, man, they look mean, but most of the time they're not. It depends on how they're raised.
It's all about how they're raised.
Yeah.
This one is just this one also just don't think it likes other people. You know those type of dogs when you walk past them in their yard and they're just like, and if you get out, they'll just get you.
Just territorial.
Yeah. But yeah, pits are very docile. It's the environment.
Yeah.
I bet she wishes she had what's his name now.
Okay, yeah. Danny Trejo wasn't the Devil's Rejects, so could have made that connection a lot easier.
So what would that have been? Could you have gotten it in 3?
Two movies, maybe.
Oh wow.
Yeah. 2 or 3. Okay, yeah. See that shot I was telling you about earlier, the 360 shot. Yeah. This is an impressive shot because the DP or the operator was on top of the car, and he knew exactly where to stop that camera. And I'm assuming.
How's he?
It was like a periscope type thing, you know, and
so they had a hole in the roof.
Yeah, and then notice how it kind of starts speeding up.
Yeah, it's starting to make my eyes wig out.
Yeah, but that's crazy because you know he landed on the subjects perfectly, and I mean I'm sure there was probably.
I bet they put some marks on top of the hood.
Yeah, marks, and they probably rehearsed it. But I always thought that was a cool shot.
I mean, that is pretty cool.
It shows the whole delirium, you know.
Man, it makes you crazy. And then if you have surround sound, the kids' crying's going around the room.
Yeah, it's unsettling.
That's your quintessential 80s, man. Mustache.
Yeah. It's like everybody's dad.
Wire glasses.
Everybody's dad looked like that in the 80s, man.
Not mine. He was more like Clark Kent.
And what's crazy is like these dudes were like 32.
Oh, really? I would have thought that dude was like 48.
Well, they all looked old when they were really young back then.
They probably drank a lot and did a lot of cocaine.
They smoked a lot of cigarettes, you know. Yeah. Men grew up quick back in the day, man. When like
now we're all babies now.
Yeah, we're all yeah. Dude, we are kind of like the pussy generation, you know. Like
no, that's still coming. That's still coming.
Yeah,
that's still coming.
Yeah, I would say.
I think we started it though.
We did.
With the participation trophies.
Yeah, we did start it. And men just used to look like men. Mm-hmm. Like I don't know. It seems like all my baby fat didn't go away till I was like 30. But see, my grandpa started losing his hair when he was like 20. That's just how men were back in the day.
I always wished I had gray hair like what's his name? Steve. The jerk guy.
Steve
I wanted to go gray early. It didn't happen.
Yeah, Steve Martin had like gray hair.
I always thought he was really old, but like he looked.
No,
he still looks like he did.
Yeah, no, I think he started going gray in his 20s.
Yeah, I always wanted that hair. I was like, oh man, that'd be cool to have that.
Makes you look distinguished, kind of like George Clooney.
Oh, I'm starting to get it now, but like, I wanted it.
I could tell, man. Your beard's starting to get a little salt and pepper there.
And when it gets here, dude, I'm all silver on the side now.
You starting to get the gray pubes?
They're on my chest. They're on my chest. Gross. That looks like ketchup and mustard, or an egg.
Dude, Cujo looks like me after like not showering for like a day. Just one day.
That's what you look like after Wakarusa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or were you more like her? Oh, he's drunk.
No, when I went to Wakarusa, this music festival I went to, folks, I didn't shower for like maybe 3 or 4 days, and dude, my balls stank. My fucking ass was all chafing, and I looked like Cujo after about 3 days.
Yeah, you didn't want to go with all the flower kids and bathe in the
yeah, yeah, with all the hippies.
the bathe in the river.
Dude, I was just walking around with all this crust and sweat all over me and dried up jizz.
That's what I was saying. You look like her. That's it right there on her earlobe. Dude, you gotta think about it, man. It's just been a day, right? Or they've been there like one night, or has it gone over?
It's like been like 2, I think.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Dude,
This part freaked me out when I was a kid. I did.
Yeah, this is where it got really bad for me.
Yeah.
But I guess you already talked about it though, about the difference in the ending from the book in this. So you already let it out there. But I wish they would have gone with the book.
I do too, kind of, because, I mean, this movie's not supposed to make you feel good, but I mean, I know that's why they did it, because that's just what Hollywood does. They want the pleasant ending, and it just makes for a more universal story that everybody can accept. And
right, but like movies that like I remember, and it must be because they just got such a different ending, because my memory is like marshmallows anyways. But like I was starting to watch tragic ending.
Yeah.
Freaking.
Yeah.
Think about a sleepaway camp. Tragic ending. Like you remember it. So like.
Well, it wasn't really a tragic ending.
It was pretty traumatic for me.
Well, traumatic, yes. Traumatic.
It was a tragedy when I watched it.
Yeah. When you're seeing the chick with a dick, that's
also,
pretty traumatizing. But not tragic.
You were hoping that they kind of would become boyfriend and girlfriend again, and then you see a college-age penis.
Yeah.
That's tragic.
But that's traumatizing, though.
It's a tragedy. I remember. I can't get it out of my head. That's a tragedy.
That was a very memorable ending.
But you get what I'm saying? Like these movies that have sad endings that are also
tragic endings. Yeah. Well, the 70s had a lot of those, and then also Stephen King even came out later and said that he regretted doing this ending. But he has no memory of even writing the fucking book. He was all coked out. Remember, he said that when he was writing this book, he didn't remember one fucking word of it, because he was he was drunk all the time. He was coked out, and he probably made the kid die just because that was just.
Huh. You think they did that on purpose?
What?
He flipped through the. Once again, I cut you off.
Oh, that's fine.
My bad. But he ran through the knives with his middle finger. So he's like,
oh, okay, yeah, maybe.
Sometimes you just see things in movies that you're like, is that there like for little things like that? Because he could have ran his whole hand or his pointing finger.
Yeah.
Listen to that music, dude.
It's intense.
But anyways, okay, my bad. I'm so sorry.
Don't apologize, Chad.
I'm sorry. I just saw something and my brain spoke.
Here's the introduction of Sheriff Bannerman.
What a bitch, man.
Dude, Sheriff Bannerman was a character in a lot of Stephen King books, I think.
We talk about this a lot. The cool thing about Stephen King is he kind of has that like, what was it? I want to say neighborhood or small town feel and everything.
Yeah, he's got his own universe. Yeah.
But all of his stuff, even before then, he probably knew of his Stephen King universe, but
maybe subconsciously, yeah.
But all of his books and movies have that small town feel.
Yeah, it's all Maine.
Mm-hmm.
It's all Maine, but he's got like some of those towns are fictional, like Castle Rock and Derry.
Did they not have the rights to Ford? Like they took the R off.
Yeah.
Or the R is not there. I guess it's fucked up anyways. But Derry. Or is it Derry or Dreary?
No, Derry. That's the one where it was.
Yeah.
It took place.
Yeah, I knew exactly what you're talking about because remember I'm still like in the 1,000 pages for the past year.
Yeah.
I'll read sometimes when I take a poo. So I get like a page or two.
Yeah, half a page in here and there.
Yeah, every week.
You'll get there one day.
Yeah.
Dude, it's a fucking stout book. I didn't even finish it. But
I finished some long books. It won't even be the longest.
So I think this is supposed to be the same sheriff that was in the Dead Zone.
I mean, that's cool. I mean,
yeah, because the Dead Zone had I think he was Tom Skerritt played Sheriff Bannerman in the Dead Zone, and this guy has the same name, but see after Sheriff Bannerman, he started using Sheriff Pangborn or Pangburn, I think, because he was in the dark half.
Oh.
But because I want to say that like Sheriff Bannerman fucking dies right here, and no more Bannerman. But
yep. Do you know who? Do you know who plays the sheriff in this?
This one?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know this guy.
But you are correct about the freaking dead zone, sir.
Yeah, Bannerman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shoot! Did I miss it? Where's your freaking gun, bro?
I know.
Kick him in his balls.
I'd have had that bitch out as soon as I got out of the car.
He's like, I'm getting way up here.
It's like in all these Stephen King stories, there's always some cop or somebody that tries to come in the third act that just gets killed off like nothing.
Yeah.
They just die so easily. Like you think they're gonna make some kind of impact or maybe save the day a little bit, but
Not that dude.
No, but remember fucking what's his name in Misery? Richard Farnsworth, the sheriff, that just like comes in there and you think he's gonna save the day, and then he just gets fucking hole blown through his chest by Annie Wilkes.
That's another good one.
Misery, yeah. I'm surprised this director, Louis Teague, didn't go on to do a whole lot of movies. I don't know. We can look that dude up too. Louis Teague did a movie called Alligator, and I want to say that after this, he went on to do another Stephen King movie that I'm drawing a blank on right now.
What? No, you can't draw a blank. Don't. Nope. Don't do it. Put it down.
All
Put it down.
All right. Louis Teague. Okay, I know he directed Alligator.
Oh. Okay.
Cat's Eye. Was
Yep.
it Cat's Eye?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Well, there's another one you should know.
From Louis Teague?
Mm-hmm.
Another Stephen King movie?
No, it's not Stephen King.
Oh,
It's
okay.
something he went on to do.
Okay. There goes the scene where she fucking loses her shit.
Like, come on. Oh, you got to know this one, all right? It has freaking Michael Douglas in it. And Kathleen Turner.
Oh,
Danny DeVito.
Was it the Jewel of the Nile?
Yeah.
He directed that?
That's what? Yeah.
Or was it the War of the Roses?
I got Jewel of the Nile here.
Okay, Jewel of the Nile. That was the sequel to Romancing the Stone. Have you ever seen that one?
Yeah, I have like a weird fondness for that and Jewel of the Nile.
Yeah,
and all that.
Those are good fucking movies.
Well, they were the kind of movies my parents would let me watch. I couldn't watch shit like this.
Yeah. When was the first time you saw Cujo?
I don't know. What is it? R? Is it R or is it PG-13?
It's R.
I don't know. Yeah, I was young.
Teenager, maybe?
I mean, I could have probably seen something of it on. Was it on HBO or anything? Could it have been, or
maybe
like movie channels and shit like that?
Yeah, they did play this on the movie channels a bunch. Showtime, I think.
Yeah, I don't know when I watched this the first time. It's just kind of always been there, kind of like learning to walk.
Yeah.
Or ride a bike.
That car.
Oh, you were trying to get it?
Yeah. Fuck.
I'm not a car dude.
Well, it's bothering me.
You're like, Rrr. He's all asthmatic, right? Is that what it is?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Dude, with his lips are he's getting so dehydrated. So is she. This is almost like a crazy episode of Naked and Afraid.
Yeah, it gets intense, man, when she realizes that she has to get out of the car.
Who was behind this movie?
Who was behind it?
Yeah, like...
I mean, producer. I don't know the producers. The director we were just talking about, Louis Teague. But there was somebody else that was supposed to direct this. The director of The Changeling was supposed to direct this, and I don't know what happened, but he got booted off the project. As far as the producers, though,
so the company and something, it was nobody.
Yeah, I don't know who.
I mean,
who put up the money for this?
One of them did The Howling.
Oh, okay.
This other one hadn't done much.
That makes sense.
He produced Lois and Clark, The New Adventures.
Oh, really?
Superman, yeah. And some supernatural TV. Robert Singer. This other guy, Daniel Blatt.
Oh, shit. Face Off. Okay, look at that ugly son of a bitch. God damn. This movie, I mean, Jesus. It's something else in Blu-ray, man. Like,
is this your first time watching it on Blu-ray?
Maybe. I've seen it on DVD for sure, but like, seeing him all crisp in HD is fucking terrifying.
You know what's sad is on IMDb they don't have a name. I can't find a name for the dog, like his real name.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, what the heck? What's his real name?
Well, I know that they used several Saint Bernards, but
maybe it's on here somewhere. But I just don't want. Oh, there goes the animal trainer.
Yeah, and I still haven't even been able to find the shot where they actually, where the guy was in the Cujo suit.
I haven't.
It may be on some of these close-ups, man.
Probably.
And I know that they.
That's a big ass dog, man.
I know.
I would want one like that, but like they're not good for where we're
to
at
protect
either.
You.
They're not. I don't. They're one of those pets though that aren't good in humid areas, hot areas.
No.
You can have them, but it's harder. Harder on them. And it's like, see, she manned up, dude.
She did. Oh God, yeah, she's fucked. This is when she busts out the window, I think.
Boom! Like, I can just see like hit that and the fucking gun go off.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, you just knocked all that glass on your son.
I think I know why she likes this movie the best, though, because really, if you think about it, her performance is
her best performance.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. Like, it's so emotional. It's like she's just, like, emotionally distraught, just at the end of her rope.
Did she ever win any awards?
Sure.
For, like, this stuff she did? Like, Academy Awards, though.
I doubt that, but she had to have won something.
Or, some kind of somewhat, viable award. I guess when you do horror movies, you don't ever have a chance. If you do a horror movie, you go to the Razzies.
Yeah, it's like really, if you think about it, the first horror movie that really caught everybody's attention, and some people don't even really consider it a horror movie either, but The Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, I don't consider it horror.
Yeah, I do.
I consider it thriller.
It is a thriller, but it's fucking horror, man. Like
I just never got scared.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, and I get it,
but it's disturbing. It's like the subject matter.
It's an intellectual thriller.
All right. I'm not gonna argue with you, God damn it.
Well, we've had this. We've talked about this a whole bunch because I get it. It's horror, but or I understand you.
Well, Chad. Well, then I consider Cujo to be a comedy.
You can. It's 2020 too.
Or a drama.
Okay. Hey,
this is a thriller drama.
But it has it It very well could be. But, like, I do. I think it's a thriller. But growing up, I can remember seeing that.
It's a thriller, but
that VHS case and thinking, oh, I bet that's a scary movie. It didn't have like a skull and a butterfly.
Yeah. Oh my God. Fuck. Stop. With the music and everything, dude. This part right here, when I was a kid, I did not like it. Oh man, see, I love that. How it doesn't really show it.
Yeah, that'd be animal cruelty.
Woo!
Where have you been? Oh, he steps out. Are those boat shoes? He's like,
oh yeah. This movie's an adrenaline rush, man.
That's just me. No, it's just all the noise.
It's when Cujo like comes out of nowhere. Those are the biggest scares in this movie.
So are they jump scares?
Yeah,
that one was
effective jump scares, not just the run of the mill jump scares. I like how it just ends too.
Stops.
Right there. Yeah,
real romantic music.
Yeah, and it's like it's all you need to know. Sometimes I think movies kind of overstay their welcome. Like they'll kind of show the families going home, and it's like, no, dude, just end it.
But does she get what was the kid? Did she give him an inhaler?
She started feeding him water.
Okay, so he didn't need an inhaler. He just needed water.
Yeah. He was real dehydrated and shit. And remember he started coughing and
right. Well, for a second I was like, well, if they stopped it there, because I guess I thought he was asthmatic because he had his fit, and then but it was really dehydration.
He was asthmatic though, because he lost consciousness.
Yeah, I just don't. Fucking.
I don't know, man.
I'm over here talking my ass off. But with them stopping it like that, I guess we do know the kid lives here, but who knew?
Yeah, and the way the book ended, I mean, I can understand why Stephen King might regret that, but at the same time, I mean, it's upsetting, but it's real, and Stephen King has got this thing where he retroactively apologizes for stuff that he did in the past, and I don't get that, because
yeah,
I understand.
Why apologize for this? You were on cocaine. Your subconscious,
exactly.
Your subconscious didn't have anything to do with it.
Well, and he's apologized for that book, that Bachman book that he did, Rage, about the kids shooting up the fucking the school. He kills his teacher and.
Oh well.
Because he after I think.
Don't tell me this. You're ruining my impression of Stephen King.
Well, he did he made it go out of print. He took it. He was like, I don't think people need to read this. Now I think you can still buy copies of the Bachman books, but you can't if you want to buy a paperback version of the novel Rage. That shit's on eBay for thousands of dollars, man. Because Stephen King. I guess he just thinks it's too offensive, in today's climate with all the school shootings and stuff. But it's like, dude, your art is a product of its time. So, just let it be. I mean...
And it's a story. I mean, isn't there another... Oh, what's the movie where they go and shoot up a high school?
There's been several like that.
Well, gosh, I can't think of it, but... You've talked to it.
That was Cujo, folks. We're going back to the setup menu here.
I see here on Stephen King's thing.
Yeah.
It's got a Cujo Canine Unit Joint Operations novel announced.
Oh, that was supposed to happen. I don't think it did.
Well, I'm glad because I don't like the name of it.
What was the acronym though? What did it stand for? Canine
Unit Joint Operations.
Yeah. When I first heard about that, dude, I was so livid. I'm so glad they're not doing that because it was announced, but I think it somehow died off in development hell.
It says here it's got a Sleeping Beauties TV movie in pre-production. Is that a short or is that just It says he's a writer. I don't know his shorts. I'm not familiar with his shorts because I don't read short books.
Oh, Stephen King?
Yeah, it's something. It says here he's got in pre-production, and then the Gingerbread Girl in pre-production.
There's all kinds of stuff, with his name on it that I'm sure is being made.
The Talisman novel.
What I'm waiting on is Frank Darabont's The Long Walk. Now, I don't know if that's ever going to happen.
No, it's a long walk.
Is it just is Frank Darabont not?
I guess it fell flat.
I know that he was at one time. Frank Darabont was supposed to be involved in that, but he bought the rights. I thought, but
so
I don't know. I'd love to see it though, because I was a fan of Stephen King's Bachman books. Talking about the novel Rage, the fact that that's out of print now, it's fucking it's stupid. I'm not saying that if you made a movie
you have it.
I have the Bachman books, yeah.
But you don't have that one?
Well, it's in there, but you just can't buy the novel by itself anymore.
Okay. Yeah. That's what you're saying. I thought you could just buy the Bachman books, but it was missing. I totally...
Yeah, which the Bachman books are still really expensive too, though. But yeah, I'm a fan of Stephen King's early work, but it's almost like he's his sensibilities have changed over the years because
he's gotten older.
Yeah, he's older. He's got a family.
Has kids, grandkids.
Yeah.
It's called losing your penis, and we all go through
it. Yeah. I know he regrets the kid dying at the end of Cujo, but he didn't really talk about Pet Sematary that much as far as Killing Gage, and because that's a dark as fuck story too. We need to do a commentary for that movie.
That's another one though, that they kill a young kid or something tragic like that, and you'll remember. That's if I know I saw Pet Sematary, and the thing I remember, like I said, my memory is marshmallows. So watching movies over is new every time. But I just knew the kid dies. Little kid gets ran over, and I never forgot Pet Sematary.
Yeah.
When things that are tragedies. I'm able to remember those movies by just that tragedy. It makes them more memorable.
Yeah. Well, it's a standout fucking moment. Pet Sematary is one that we totally need to do a commentary on. So this one, was it like seeing this for the first time? Because you talk about how your memory is just shit.
I've seen this one.
But there weren't moments in this movie that completely
Not that I'm I don't at least remember seeing that.
You kind of remember the overall outline of it, I guess, and how it unfolded.
Well, maybe not plot-wise. The plot, maybe. No, I could say that. But as far as images.
Yeah.
Because I think my memory works off of images, not necessarily plot.
Because really in the second half, really all it is a dog just attacking a fucking woman in a car.
But as far as I clearly didn't remember her being a harlot, because I was like, oh, this is a quintessential mother here.
Oh, yeah.
And
all
then
that subtext.
And then she goes and breaks up her marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you say she may be a good mom, but that mom is breaking up that kid's life.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a good mom.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. But you know what I like about this movie, the story in general? It's almost like Cujo is a representation or some kind of manifestation of the monsters in their life. Because at the beginning, the kid is all scared of monsters in the closet.
Okay.
And he's got this fear. And you wonder if that fear comes from the insecurity of his parents separating, because they're not fully separated, but how when you're a kid you can pick up on this strife between your parents.
Maybe I was scared of the dark and scared of monsters in my closet and was attacked by Alf once.
Well, yeah,
but
you don't think that fear came from something though?
Dude, as far as I remember, my parents as kids, they never fought, and I got spoiled. It was.
See, I would be scared of stuff. If I heard my parents fighting, there was always this whole psychological thing where it was you were afraid of your parents splitting apart or something, because your parents are your rock, dude. They're your security. And sometimes I think with this movie, the kid,
it may have. In my case, though, I take everything literal, so I was literally scared of monsters in my closet.
Well, and it could be though. The kid could just be scared of monsters, but But there's something about Cujo that he associates with the monster in the closet, and
it's a big fucking dog.
Yeah, I mean, and you think about, like, I think the mom has sort of like this underlying guilt when she's being attacked by the dog, like, because it's almost like she's having to pay for her sins, like,
I can see that one.
Duking it out.
I'll see that. I can see that connection.
It's just a kind of a I don't know, just a metaphorical way of looking at it, but who knows what Stephen King was thinking when he wrote this? Because
he was on cocaine, probably mad at his wife and his kid.
Yeah, probably.
That's Stephen King right there.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably not a lot under the surface of this story, but it is fun to kind of.
Most time, don't writers have that though? There's always something under the surface. Probably.
Yeah,
I mean, you probably picked up on it.
Something that they may not even know about. But then that's why it's fun to kind of pontificate on these things, because you don't really know, and you can pick the author's brain. But sometimes they don't even know. Like Stephen King probably would. He'd just be like, "No, dude, it's just about a fucking rabid dog. Like, you're reading too much into it." But I don't know.
See, we've always talked about this. You're more into the hidden meanings or ideas of the themes, where I just go full bore into what I see.
Yeah.
You know,
you're like, he's got rabies and he's biting the dude's balls. That's it. No, but I mean, yeah, I like to kind of pick up on things that may be emblematic of something deeper. But it doesn't necessarily mean that is what it means. It's just like, it's what I'm extrapolating from it, but it may not be accurate. It's just like my imagination going wild on maybe what the author was thinking or what he was trying to,
say.
Yeah.
That's that.
If they are delivering some kind of theme or message, because this movie clearly has a message about infidelity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't do it or you're going to get attacked by a big fucking dog.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
With semen all over his face.
There we go.
Or should I say Gary?
So with that, we're going to go into the review section where we give our popcorn kernel rating. I enjoy this fucking movie. Do you want to go first, or
I went first last time. You go first.
Okay. All right. So my popcorn kernel rating, folks, for Cujo, I would have to, I have to give it a solid 4.
Okay.
I give it a 4. And
I didn't see that coming.
Well, the reason why is because
the infidelity.
The performances.
Really?
Like, the acting
really?
is really... Oh, yeah.
What?
You better believe it. I mean, because it's a little thin plot-wise. I mean,
it's not relying on that, is it?
It's
a big fucking dog attack movie.
Yeah, I mean, but kinda. That's all you got is a rabid dog, and I mean, this movie
and a family that's splitting up.
Yeah, I mean, there's just not much to it.
I will say, what happened to Steve? I didn't recognize. Like, he cut up the freaking bed.
Oh, yeah.
We were talking, and then she.
Well,
did he get arrested or?
Yeah, the cops caught up with him, and he agreed. He admitted to trashing the house. But
they didn't really need that.
No, it's a subplot, and it works just to get things going where they need to go. But
yeah, but they didn't need him to come back because really he didn't have to do any of that.
No.
I mean, him tearing up the house, did that send the dad out here?
He couldn't get her on the phone, is what it was, and because that's why he came back early, and he thought that she was in some kind of danger. So.
I mean, really don't need him.
You don't, but it adds layers to the complexities of the characters because, like...
I get it. Oh, yeah.
Had they not had that inner turmoil between each other, then...
Why not have him come out there? Like a race? What if it was like a race to see which one came out there? What if Steve arrived there before him? What would she have been?
That would have been interesting.
Steve arrives and then Steve gets killed. Or what if Steve arrives...
Steve should have died.
He should have.
He should have died.
I guess I didn't remember much Steve either. And
Steve should have died.
Yeah, he was in it. He should. I mean, why did he tear up the bed?
Yeah.
And then get arrested?
Yeah.
He should have found out. Like, what if it was a race? Because what if Steve had arrived first? Would she have grasped and taken him in?
To me, that would have raised the stakes a little bit. But that goes back to the original narrative. I mean, fuck, movies change books.
It's like critical thinking. This is all critical thinking.
And movies change books all the time anyway. So, honestly, that probably would have made the script a little more interesting because it does kind of like peter out after a while. Like it's just like every scene is basically her kind of easing out of the car and then seeing Cujo at the house, and then he kind of runs up on her and growls, and then and I guess you could say that like the scenes that are the most dramatic, the ones that have like the most impactful moments, are the ones where her son's like dying on her, and she's got to get to the house. But like the scenes with the phone ringing and stuff, and the dog just getting pissed off and clawing at the door.
Yeah, that's stuff we've seen throughout the movie.
Yeah,
we already know that happens.
Yeah, it sort of repeats itself, but I give the movie a 4 just because of how disturbing it is, and this movie terrified me as a kid, and I sort of kind of carry those same feelings with me as an adult. I would hate to be in a predicament like this, but it's kind of just a basic, simple narrative, and I was going to go 3.5, but
what, even lower?
But 4, yeah, but 4,
really,
just for fucking.
I must have missed the mark.
Well, I'm interested to hear your thoughts, but I'll go ahead and wrap up my summary with this and just say that Dee Wallace's performance, along with the kid, Danny Trenton or what the fuck was his name, Danny Pentaro, yeah. That kid.
You're asking me?
I'm sorry,
Matt Pinfield of movies over here.
Didn't mean to catch you off guard, but I would say with the performances and the cinematography is a standout.
Okay, I agree. Yeah,
Jan de Bont. I gotta go with 4, and that's about all I can say.
4. I wasn't expect that. I thought you would have probably given it a 5, but I get it.
No, it's far from perfect.
We'll see. The whole time I've been watching it and even sitting here, I'm like, I keep saying 5 in my head. Like but I'm also thinking like, yeah, this is also probably Stephen King's best book.
It's up there. I mean,
I have, even though I haven't read this one, I've watched the movie, so I can only imagine what the book's like. But Salem's Lot is probably my favorite Stephen King book.
I love Salem's Lot, yeah.
But like watching this, I just go, man, I bet the book's really good. I may go get it and read it.
The book is good. It has a fairy tale feel to it,
but I keep thinking 5, but I'm like, man, I don't want to give this a 5, but I like the images I'm seeing. And when you said acting, I don't have that big of a I thought the acting was good.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
But I can't find it,
That's his strongest point to me.
But you said it was didn't you say it was kind of
No.
Oh, I thought you said it was I was like, whoa.
No,
okay, so I totally misunderstood you.
The acting is a standout to me.
Okay.
Like, that's one of the things.
Yeah, the acting. Yeah, okay, man. Yeah. I was like, man, he's over here talking bad about the acting. No wonder I was probably giving you like
sorry
googly
if you
eyes.
Misunderstood me.
Yeah. But okay, the acting, yeah, is good. But as we were sitting here talking about Steve,
yeah,
and then a little bit about how it is like dog going to ring, it kind of gets repetitive.
Yeah, so you admit it's not a perfect movie. I mean,
yeah, I guess when you said plot holes, what else would you call a plot hole?
No plot holes
or plot problems then.
No, I just think that the fabric of the plot was a little thin. Like, I don't feel like there's enough layers to this plot. But I'm not going to say it has plot holes because everything...
Okay. So
yeah, everything in this movie seems to kind of fulfill its purpose.
So your plot is layers. When you said plot earlier, I just took it as holes.
No.
It's more about layers.
It's not a holy plot. Like, I don't see anything that's really inconsistent. I just see redundancy and, like, maybe... just a kind of a point where it peters out in the third act, going into the third act, because it's like, man,
yeah, I did zone out a little bit in the third act and spent more time,
we
connecting.
Yeah, we weren't really, we kind of like zoned out for a little bit. Well, because and to be honest with you, I've seen this movie thousands of times, so I know what's going to happen.
Well, see, I was watching it because anytime I cut you off because what was on screen.
Yeah.
But then towards the end, I noticed that I was looking more at you as we talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes these movies will kind of pull you in,
but because of those factors, I can't give it a 5, and I'm glad we talked it out because I was like, man, I'm thinking 5.
Definitely not a 5.
But I'm like, I can't really think of why I want to give it a lower rating, because the cinematography looks good. It's got some awesome camera movements. You got the one you talked about in the kids' room, and then the 360 shot. It has iconic images of the dog. You know, there's certain pull-ups of the dog.
Yeah, the dog, and just think about what went into like to not training the dog, but to get the dog to do the things they needed to do for that particular shot. It's pretty impressive. I mean,
so you know, I like, but because of the whole Steve thing and those redundancies, I would give it a 4. I can't see you even giving it. I was sitting there going, well, maybe I'll give it a 4.5, but then I was like, let's just get those little decimal points out of there. It makes everything a little bit hard.
What did you think I was going to rate it?
I thought you would give it a 5. I guess I didn't see it the way you did.
No,
because the whole time I'm enjoying it, going, yeah, this is a 5. But when it was over, I'm like, the only thing in my head is 5, but I don't necessarily want to say that. But I couldn't figure out why, and you pulled it out talking.
I don't see a whole lot of movies as 5s, to be honest, because this.
Oh, I will, just if I have a blast watching it too.
So you kind of go off
if it's good.
Yeah.
And because you can have blast watching a pretty shitty movie too, though.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes there's those movies that necessarily may not be 5s, but it was such a fun watch and has good cinematography and acting. You know, the things that I like, and music. This has a good score.
Yeah.
Okay, for a score, I'll give it a 4.5. I'll go that decimal back.
Well, it's like when you watch movies like this, you know, because I know you kind of watch them based on the experience that you're having the whole time, and you get all excited and you're into the movie and you're like, fuck yeah, I'll give it 5. Whereas sometimes, like, I'm having that same experience with you, but then after I watch it, I start getting into subjective mode, like okay, you know, I start analyzing it, and that's the whole thing.
Are you analyzing on a story level?
Well, all kinds of things, like technical, down to the story, and just all.
Because that happens to me too, mainly with like some newer movies, more modern movies. It's like, yeah, that's really good, but then they sit on you, and you're like,
yeah,
that wasn't very good.
Yeah, it's.
But I mean, I really like it.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I was thinking 5, and I couldn't really give it, and then I went to 4, and then 4.5.
Well, I always tell myself this: anytime I have like some kind of like propensity to like some sort of like inclination to give it a 5, I stop myself and I ask, okay, is this a perfect film? And that's when the critic in me starts coming out, and it's like, okay, well, it's not a perfect film, but then again, I don't think this is near as bad as what Siskel and Ebert fucking gave it. I want to say that Leonard Maltin liked this movie, but Siskel and Ebert both gave it like a 1, and it's like, dude, of course, I don't think they fucking liked anything, but
anything horror related. Did they ever like a horror movie?
They always shat on horror films, but
well, I don't know. Even saying 4.5. Okay, 4.
Yeah,
it's a 4.
Yeah,
it's a 4.
It's a 4.
But for the score, I said I was going to give it a 4.5. But I don't really want to deal with those decimal points.
No, and that's fair because, you know, I mean, if I give it 4, you give it 4. That's an 8 out of a 10. That's about right for this movie.
Yeah,
that's my opinion anyway. God damn it, I'm sticking with it because this Cujo is raw, man. If they made this movie nowadays, it'd be all CGI and shit. It wouldn't have the same impact.
Is it worth? So is a 6.1 out of 10?
I think it should be higher, but that's just me.
I
don't know.
I agree.
I don't know why this movie's kind of, because is that the IMDb user rating?
Yeah, they have it at 6.1 out of 10.
It's a little. It could be bumped up to.
Yeah, I think so.
It's like a 6.8, maybe.
Why not a 7? It's got to at least be a 7. I mean,
yeah. If it hovered around 7, I could live with that more. I think people just think that this movie's kind of like it's like a one note type thing. Like it, you know, oh yeah, a dog gets rabies and, you know, sort of stalks the mom who's stuck in the car with her son. I mean, yeah, you can say that the plot is really simple, but Stephen King's characters, I think, are what make his stories really resonate.
Well, yeah, the characters in the small town feel.
Yeah, that's what I relate to it on that level because, you know, we grew up kind of in these rural areas, you know, so it's like, I don't know, I can relate to stories like this, and I relate to his characters too. I don't really. If you look at most of Stephen King's plots, they're not really. I mean, he has like, dog versus human, and then human versus crazy human, and humans versus telepathic or telekinetic girl. I mean, like his stuff.
Wait, was that the plot to
Carrie?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was thinking.
And Salem's Lot was
it
just
also
about
the
vampires.
Plot to Friday 7.
Huh?
Wasn't it Friday 7?
Yeah.
When you said telekinetic girls, I was just like, oh, there's.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right, Carrie.
Yeah, I mean, and Salem's Lot was just about vampires, and Christine's about a killer car. If you think about his stuff, it's pretty basic. I don't want to say
it's about the characters.
Yeah, it's about the characters. It's like his plots on everybody wants to say that.
He draws you in with those characters.
Yeah, like everybody's like, oh, he kind of writes on an elementary level, but you can't compare Stephen King to what fucking R.L. Stine does with Goosebumps, because Stephen King's stories are way more adult oriented. And
what'd you say, Stephen? They say he writes like what?
Like R.L. Stine. People have compared Stephen King's plots to something like R.L. Stine
about his plots. Man, if anything, he runs on a lot about details. He's very descriptive.
He does, yeah.
Which to me isn't a R.L. Stine, if I can remember, was pretty easy to read.
Oh yeah, well
Stephen King can really get you going. Like
R.L. Stine wrote for kids, you know. But yeah, that's one thing I can say about Stephen King. I actually enjoy the movies that were based off his books more than I do the actual books, because I will say that Stephen King gets a little long-winded. Mm-hmm. And dude, I'm more of a fan of like Richard Matheson and like Ray Bradbury, and which actually Richard Matheson's a huge influence on Stephen King, but he's real succinct. He's like to the point, whereas Stephen King starts like going off on these, I don't want to say tangents, but he elaborates a lot. He's really fucking.
He tries to paint the picture for you and stuff. But man, I don't have anything else.
No, I think
you tapped me out.
Yeah, I think we about summed it up, and we talked about kind of the Stephen King universe. We covered a lot of that shit, but yeah, those are my thoughts. Those are your thoughts, and
tell us what you think of the movie.
Yeah.
Below.
And guys, please, listen to these commentaries while you're watching the movie, and
also click like and subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe, man. We need some subscribers. We need some people to listen to this
shit.
Leave
some comments if you listen.
Yeah, we're putting our fucking blood, sweat, and tears and cum into this, and we.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Do I need to move a little bit further away?
We're putting all of our bodily fluids into this, so we need people to listen to this shit, because we're not.
Listen, but I mean, I cut you off again. But seriously, watch it.
Yeah, we're not just flapping our gums here. I mean,
watch these movies.
Maybe sometimes. But
we're flapping a lot of times.
Yeah,
it's like blah, 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 blah. But anyways.
But really, I would say 15% of the stuff that we're talking about has a little bit of substance to it. Everything else might be fodder. But anyway, yeah. We appreciate you guys listening, and this is Popcorn on the Macabre. We'll have something special for you guys next time. But I'm signing off, and I'm Dick.
And I'm Chad.
We'll see you guys later.